Welcome to the Oxygen Alliance YouTube channel, where we bring you videos on installation, maintenance, and various trainings on oxygen equipment and devices. If you have comments and or questions, drop them in the comment section below or write to us info@oxygenalliance.org. Remember to like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell.
Hello and welcome to the Oxygen Alliance YouTube channel. My name is Brenda Luhanga, a biomedical engineer under the Open O2 initiative. Today, we will tear down the SMAF YX920S Suction machine. A suction machine, also known as an aspirator, is a medical device used to remove obstructions from wounds, the respiratory tract, or from body cavities. The SMAF YX920S Suction machine is categorized as a high vacuum apparatus with a minimum negative pressure of up to 150 millimeters of mercury. The device can produce up to or more than 680 millimeters of mercury. Now, let us look at the external parts of the SMAF YX920S Suction machine. Firstly, we have the power button, which is used to turn on or off the machine. Over here, we have a vacuum regulator or an adjusting knob, which is used to regulate the amount of vacuum in the system. It works by letting in atmospheric air into the system. Then lastly, on the front side, we have a vacuum gauge. This is used to show the amount of pressure or vacuum in the system. On the left side, we have two canisters. The first one is a collecting canister, where all the obstructions or secretions are collected, while the second one is an overflow protecting canister. The collecting canister has two ports, an outlet port and an inlet port, which is also called a patient port as it connects the canister to the patient. The outlet port is connected to the inlet port of the safety canister. The safety canister has a floater valve. So this is the floater valve. The float valve is a safety feature that protects the pump from damage. It stops suctioning when the canister is full. The safety canister also has two ports, as you can see, an inlet and an outlet port. The outlet port connects to a bacterial filter, which also connects now to the machine. As you can see, the bacterial filter is fitted between the pump assembly and the safety canister. It prevents any bacteria or pathogens in the fluids from entering the pump assembly. Now, I'll open the machine and go through its components. And to do this, we'll need a Phillips screwdriver. There are about 6 screws on the back and about 6 screws at the bottom. Over here we have the pump assembly. This is used to generate the vacuum in the system. A damaged pump assembly cannot produce sufficient negative pressure for the suction. Damage to the assembly can be from fluids overflowing into the assembly or wear and tear of components such as the piston or the diaphragm inside, which occurs over time. If the fluids enter the assembly, the pump should be disassembled, thoroughly cleaned with alcohol and allowed to dry. Then here we have the exhaust muffler. The muffler reduces the amount of noise produced when the pump expels air. Here we have the fuse. This fuse connects to a step-down transformer which reduces the voltage from 220 volts to 7 volts AC. This lower voltage is used to safely power sensitive electrical components such as the two relays which are here. Over here we have the motor. This is the prime mover of the pump. It drives the pump to generate the suction that is needed. Some suction machines use a foot pedal as the prime mover. Lastly, we have a capacitor. A capacitor is used to start and keep the motor running. Now, we will look at the working principle of this suction machine. Firstly, we will look at the pump activation. The suction machine operates using an electric motor. When the device is turned on, the motor powers a pump that moves a piston inside an airtight diaphragm chamber. As the piston moves up and down, it expands and contracts the diaphragm, reducing the pressure inside the chamber. Air is put from the collection canister, lowering the pressure inside. The negative pressure in the collection canister creates a vacuum effect. Fluids and secretions from the patients are drawn through the suction tubing into the collection bottle. This happens because matter naturally flows from an area of high pressure, which is from the patient's body, to low pressure, which is the collection canister. As suction continues, air is expelled through an exhaust port, while fluids remain trapped in this collection bottle. On the wiring of the suction machine, first of all, we have these two wires that are from the power supply. So this is our live and the black one is our neutral. From the power supply, two wires are tapped going to the transformer. The transformer now has 220 volts and an output of 7 volts. From the output, we have two yellow wires. One is 7 volts and the other one is neutral. So the neutral wire is then plugged to the relay on this port, and the 7 volts wire is then tapped to this fuse. From the fuse, we have two wires, one going to the foot switch, the black one, and the other black one going to the switch, the main switch. From the main switch, we have the brown wire, which is neutral, and the white wire, which is live. From this point, we have this green wire, which is going to the next relay, which is a pressure monitoring relay. And from the neutral point, we have this gray wire also going to the same relay. And from the control relay, we then have these two wires, the blue and the green one, this green one, that is used to power the motor that drives the pump. You should take note that these wires transfer 220-230 volts to the motor when the relay activates. You should also take note that we have a starting capacitor which is connected in parallel to the motor. And over here we have the earthing wire which grounds the mains power supply. And here we have two fuses for the mains power supply. So as mentioned earlier, these wires are for the foot switch. So a foot switch is used during operation when one does not want to touch the machine, or it can also be used when you do not want to suction continuously. This is where you connect the foot switch. And that is all on the operation of the machine and its electrical system. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye!